The poem, Sonnets Composed Upon Westminster Bridge by Wordsworth, is a poem quite literally composed upon Westminster Bridge, showing how both the rich and the poor live in tandem, as he has a equal view. He is not taking a class, he is not taking a side. He is omniscient. It's quite literally a poem composed upon Westminster Bridge in the early years before Westminster Bridge had any competitors. It's the only bridge around. Earth hath not anything to show more fair, dull would he be of soul who could pass by. So it's saying how beautiful this image is, presenting nature, presenting a lust. He uses a Petrarchan sonnet. This isn't a general iambic pentameter used here. It's slightly different. It goes stressed, unstressed, unstressed, stressed. Unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. Slightly different to iambic pentameter, which is like da 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 da. However, this the stressed on earth highlights how important the idea is to him, what's going on. A sight so touching in its majesty, the cities now doth like a garment wear, the beautiful morning silent bear. The city now. This gives the city a title, so it personifies it and sees it as the best city. Now doth like a garment wear. Like a garment wear can also be seen as personifying, as it gives the city a human entity, as in wearing clothes. And as it's a garment, it's trying to say that it's of upper class at this time. The beauty of the morning silent bear. The city is beautiful in its simplest state, doesn't have to wear anything, so this contradicts garment wear. So can it also be degrading upper classes, so it can be saying that both the upper and lower classes work together and live together at this time in the morning. It also shows how nature and development play a role in creating the beauty, how urbanisation and nature work in tandem, rather than in earlier poems we've discussed, such as The Planners. Urbanisation is taking over and is destroying nature. Ships, towers, domes, theatres and temples lie. So this is how he's emotionally engulfed. He is using these ideas because they're not adjectives. He's showing how the raw beauty of these images are allowed to emerge. And it's saying, it's almost as if he wishes to continue with this list of raw beauty, but he can't because he wants to fit the sonnet. Open onto fields into the sky, all bright and glittering in the smokeless air. So open onto the fields. The fact that there's fields and to the sky is very rare because you think you're in the heart of a city, but back then you could see the field, you could see out into the countryside. So this shows freedom and adventure. The fields are vast open spaces, as is the sky, which is infinite and limitless. All bright and glittering in the smokeless air, never did some more beautifully steep. In his first splendour, valley, rock or hill. In his splendour, once again, the sun is personified, enforcing happiness, a happy glow. Also, valley, rock or hill. The valley, rock or hill also showed the natural beauty, the raw beauty. Near sorrow never felt a calm so deep. So he's at calm at this time. This early morning scene is very calming to him, very tranquil. The river glideth at its own sweet swell. So once again, the river is personified, a lot of personification here. Even the river is happy and flows with freedom, as if the river is part of the living city. Dear God, the very houses seem asleep, and all the mighty heart is lying still. Poet can still not comprehend the beauty of the city, so he appeals to God, something so great and vast, to try and explain to how beautiful this is. Mighty heart is lying still. At this moment in time, the city is asleep and still has not revealed all of its beauty, so he's saying, now it's beautiful, wait until later, it will get more beautiful. So you've got an exclamation mark at the end, which is the more powerful punctuation found throughout the poem. And this is during his own feelings at the end, the last two lines. There is a harmonious balance between nature and urban. There is a volta and a turning point. All bright and glittering in the smokeless air. Never did sun more beautifully steep. That is where the volta is. Also, you have an octet at the start. A, B, B, A, B, B, A. Rhyme scheme. And you've got a sestet, which is C, D, C, D, C, D. To really hone through this volta that occurs. Words that I'd use when describing this poetry are royalty, dignity, awe, splendour, harmony with nature, and it's also a romantic poetry, but not romantic in that way. It's exploring nature and God's will rather than romance in general. So it's the love of nature, mystical sense of wonder, subjective focus on feelings, emotions rather than rationalism and logic.